There we go. Live. Everyone, happy 4th of July weekend. A lot of you that are still working, I'm not, but you had a 3-day weekend, you know. You want to talk about our 4th of July?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're at our coffee shop, myself, Andrea, April, and Tony from Jet Setter. We met him. So we're all having a good time. And last summer, Illyria took me to a place where they had stills. And if you guys see my last video. And so I said, I'd love to go back there. And then he just never did. And also he texts me. He goes, hey, I'm going to go to Stills. You want to go today? So I invited you. And it was great. It was the 4th of July. So as soon as we get there, the Rocky starts coming, right?
Oh, as soon as we get there.
And it wasn't a shot glass, okay? It was big. So we're like, Gazor. And as soon as it's done, they fill it up. And the thing is, Andrea had to work, okay? I didn't have to work. So
hopefully Bailey's not here.
Yeah. And it was just a couple hours to go. So I wasn't mean, but this is what happened. So we go, Gazor, and then you're supposed to take a sip, right? Now, one time, I don't know if you caught this, she goes, Gazor, and then she set her glass out and didn't drink for it. I caught it, though. So I
kept pretending like I was drinking. I was still really intoxicated.
Well, because we went from Rocky to wine.
Yeah, I can't drink like that.
Yeah, but it was an amazing time.
Yeah.
You guys were wonderful, so we really had a good time. But then you had to go to work, though.
I did.
Now, did anyone notice anything?
No, fortunately, it was just a one-on-one meeting for about 3 hours. And I was fine up until like the last hour. I started getting a headache and I was yawning. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm struggling.
Gotcha. Hey, before we do the comments, tell me about this new channel you're doing, Craig Zievis.
Yeah, so Craig and I finally got our first video posted on our new channel. It is called Andrea and Craig's Odyssey. Cool. And our first video is a really good hiking video. And we have several more really good videos in the hopper. So any adventures that he and I go on together are going to be posted on that channel.
Can you put it in the description?
Yeah, it's in the description. So it's Andrea and Craig's Odyssey, but if you want, just check out the description of this live stream, and there's going to be a link in there.
Okay, moving over to chat so we can see, because my old eyes, there's Craig. Hello, everybody. Craig Zievis. If you guys don't know, he's got a great channel. Please check him out, okay? Oh, man, I got that.
That's really big.
How's that? Better?
Hi, Regina. Hi, Piper. Hi, John.
Jeff,
you made it.
Good. Craig saying hi to my wife, April. John, very good. He's about to be out here really soon. Good evening from Cincy. John, how close are you? Are you like a month out or a little bit less than that? I could, because you reached out to me an email and you wanted the realtor's number and stuff. I hope you got that email. Okay?
Did you find that flight that I was telling you about, the Delta flight? There's a new flight from Cincinnati to Tirana with only one layover, and it's 11 hours total flight time. And it's right now it's only $500 on Wednesdays. Great. Yeah.
This is JoJo. Hey, Alley Cats. How you doing?
JoJo.
Hey, JoJo.
Hi, Kelly.
Kelly, hello, everyone from Ohio. Wasn't she very close to where you used to live?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, kind of.
Okay.
Same state.
Yes, Regina, I was going to ask your permission if we can talk about that. Regina is saying that she has a job offer with the DOD in Japan on the table waiting to see if I accept it, my salary negotiation. I hope you do, Regina, because that'll take you, if I remember right up until your retirement. So that's perfect. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, congratulations. Let us know how that goes.
Please. And I don't mean to push you out the door, but I kind of hope you accept it, but I don't know your life and everything. So I understand. Was Kelly saying hi to my wife? My wife say, hey, really cool, Regina. Say a prayer for you. Absolutely. So everyone's pulling for you, Regina. Okay? So it'll be good to go. So you started this new channel, Craig. Mm-hmm. And you got a couple videos put up. We have one video we just posted like an hour ago. Okay, but we have 2 or 3 really good ones in the hopper. Excellent. So we'll have some good content. No, fantastic. I like it. Yeah. Man, everything's been picking up here. The amount of people coming in, the tourists coming in, so it's good for the city. So we're really happy about that.
Yeah, it's getting busy.
Want to take it?
Irvin, hello to my favorite people. Sorry I'm late.
You're right on time.
Glad you're here. Yeah, you're right on time.
Don't worry. You want to take
Allison Schmidt, Russ and Allison checking in from Florida. Hey, Allison, glad you're here.
Good to see you, Allison.
Regina, hello, Alley Cat JoJo.
That's right. So I love to see that. Not dead yet, Jeff. Where are you at,
Jeff, so glad you made it.
Oh, congratulations, Regina. I love Japan. Yeah, I'm excited for Regina. I really hope she takes that. So that'd be wonderful. That'd be really good, man. So let's see. There's my wife saying hi to Allison. Piper just posted I was a minute late getting here because of that first video.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. Let's see.
It's my fault.
A couple of things I want to talk about here. Because I've been getting a lot of questions about the cost of the dollar dropping.
Yeah.
So like what happened is, and everyone's been asking me how much is it hurting me? You feel it, but I have a friend paying $300 euro per month. And in today's wages, that's $361. So Paying an extra $61 is significant, but what can you rent in America for $361, especially a fully furnished apartment?
Yeah.
And I have a friend, 400 liras, and now paying $481. But again, what can you rent in America for $481? My condo, now when you start getting up there in dollar-wise, sure, it makes a difference. I spent 64,000 euros, which at that time was about 68,000 USD and some change. But today, if I bought it, 64,000 euros would be 75,378.
That's a huge difference.
And when you start getting up there.
Yeah.
But as for our daily living, it really hasn't been affecting me too much. I don't know about yourself.
Not too much.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't think so.
See it too much. It's annoying that my bills have gone up a little bit, but
right. Now I tried to look up what a condo would be in America for the same price that I paid. 44 years ago, 1981, you could buy a condo for $68,900. That was the average cost in the United States. So it shows you they're like 44 years behind us as far as inflation and pricing goes.
Sure.
Thank goodness. And just being here, it feels like the 1970s.
It does sometimes, yeah.
Because you can see the children can run out, and we're in America, we'd be afraid of our kids going out of sight. And it's not like that here, so it's wonderful. Yeah. Let me get back to chat, though. I don't want to miss you guys. There we are.
I think we were.
Hello, Brother Patrick.
Yep. Eugene. Hello, Brother Patrick and Andrea, checking in from Maryland with the kitty Sheba. Hey, Eugene. Glad you're here.
And he's very close to coming out too. He emailed
me.
Yeah. Jojo Mars just subscribed to your new channel. Very good.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Jojo.
It's great to go. Thanks, Jojo. Yay. Appreciate you. Jeff, on the dollar drop hurt hard. Yeah. Because you're traveling a lot. You're moving around a lot.
Yeah.
He's feeling it more than we are.
Sure.
You want to take Allison?
Allison. Hey, Sam, we're creeping along here. Regina, you are correct about the timeline, Patrick. The job takes me right up to retirement timeline.
Perfect.
Plus, I will have to downsize, so I'll be ready to move to Albania. Awesome.
Very good. I'm so happy for you. Things are falling in place. Sometimes you can tell something's meant to be because it's just falling in place. Perfect timing for you. Want to take Jojo?
Jojo, my son works from the DOD in Japan. He loves it, and I love visiting him. Oh, that's awesome.
There you go.
Wow. Small world, huh? Piper John, Albania is still high on my list, but Ecuador is also looking good, and they use the U.S. dollar, which benefits U.S. citizens. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I want to talk about something, and I want to say it as respectfully as I can, because a lot of times I'll say we're talking about Albania, but Albania is not for everybody. I'm not going to mention names. I'm not trying to embarrass somebody, but there was someone who came out here to visit, and they really struggled. I mean, everything from renting a bicycle, fell down 3 times on a bicycle. Nobody speaks English here, and I was like, yes, they do. Mm-hmm. And I tried to make it easier for them by saying, hey, April and I are out for coffee. Please join us for coffee. And I never got a response back. And then the next day we were at the Irish pub. Mm-hmm. So why don't you come out for a drink, trying to calm the person down. And they never responded. Mm-hmm. And it breaks my heart, but just maybe Albania isn't for everybody.
Maybe it's not for everyone, and I don't think there's anywhere on this planet that is.
There's no utopia.
Yeah.
Granted, but you might find it somewhere else. I met a guy last summer, and he was in Thailand for a while, and he loved the dating scene. He goes, it's not working out for me here, but I appreciate the honesty.
Sure.
So if he likes Thailand or Vietnam, wherever you want to go, whatever works out better for you. Yeah. Okay. So for April and I, when we first came here, well, what if 6 months from now you decide you don't like it? I'd move. Yeah. I would just move. We just made that decision.
Yeah.
That we were going to go. Want to take John?
John, Regina, in my previous life, I have spent a lot of time in the Far East, beautiful people and area. That's awesome. Gina, I have yet to go there.
Gina, I'm still doing my scouting trip there in September.
Yay! Can't wait to see you.
Don, hey, y'all, I just found you. I visited Toronto last year. I will return in October for a year. Oh, fantastic.
Oh, awesome.
Good for you, Don. Don, you planning on moving out here? You testing the water, see what it's like? If so, that's a smart way to do it, quite honestly. You take Jeff?
Jeff, Japan is probably a tie for me with Albania as far as safety when I'm walking around. That's awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool because we feel totally safe here.
Yeah,
completely safe. Christopher, hello, Chris from Wisconsin. I've been following your channels recently. Enjoyed all the good content.
Awesome. What part of Wisconsin? I have family up there.
Yeah, sound off. Let us know. Kelly Murray, Piper John, Ecuador was high on my list too for a long time. The drought, though, shut down the electricity for months. Wow.
Whoa.
I was looking at the Kukancha. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Sure.
Kukancha? You're not going to count that. Let's see, Regina, that's so true, Patrick. Sometimes things aren't meant to be, you always need to have a plan B.
Absolutely.
But I feel this has fallen right in your lap, Regina. So I really hope that works out. I'll take John.
John, just subscribe to Andrea and Craig's new channel. Yay!
Hey,
thank you, John.
John.
We appreciate that so much. We have our first few subscribers.
Excellent. Perfect.
Awesome.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Let's see, from Kelly. Hi, Chris. Grew up in Madison.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay, you know where it's at?
Yeah. I have family in like Eagle, Mugwanago area, Waukesha. If you know Wisconsin, you know those areas, but nobody else would know those areas.
I would know. Where is she talking? Is that Ohio? I had no idea what you were talking about. Was Piper John Kelly? There's that word again. I can't do it. It's maybe a little expat heavy for
my liking.
I like to immerse with the locals. I'm thinking maybe Loja. They got to be talking Southeast Asia. Is that what you're talking about, Piper?
I think they're talking about South America.
Okay. You're totally losing me on these cities. I have no idea.
Don, yes, I am planning to apply for a residence from California at the moment.
You're in Ukraine?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
What are you doing over there?
There were so many people living in Ukraine before the war started, man. But please keep your head low for us, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly Marie, I do. John, not ready yet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Piper John, Ecuador. Okay, thank you. I was like,
Ecuador. Yeah.
Is Piper talking
about? Loja is the pronunciation.
Loja. Okay, thank you.
Earl Bender, what are the one or two things that were difficult to adjust to when moving overseas? Just the amount of time it takes to find common items, learning how to walk to different boutique stores for different things. And those were all things I expected, but it is challenging, and it takes a minute to get used to that your whole way of life has to slow down, because when you want bread, you go to the bread store. You want cheese, you go to the cheese store. And there are some items that you might think are pretty common that are actually going to be harder to find. So just getting used to that, and then finding all the stores that have the things you need. And that was difficult for me. But again, it was something I expected. What about you?
For me, I just had to teach myself patience. Everything that is happening here, I truly expected. But in America, a lot of times we like these quick. Amazon,
no same day delivery.
Yeah, tripping over a box of Amazon, as I walk out my front door. So things like that, but it's a blessing.
You might get same month delivery here.
Yeah, but you learn to adjust that. Go into a restaurant, it might take a while to get you a menu.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or a check or anything like that. But the hardest thing to get used to, and you're going to stumble a little bit with the language barriers, different cultural differences. Sure. But take it all as a learning experience, and it turned out to be wonderful. Okay, you want to take your Jane?
I lived in Wisconsin. I taught student wives fitness in a Bible college in Watertown. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And for Christopher, hey Kelly, I'm in Madison, love it here, but considering international retirement destinations due to the cost of living.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have been able to retire when I did. I would still have to work up to at least 62. Oh. Denise Wilson, hi Patrick and Andrea.
Hello.
Love watching your videos. I'm subscribed to both of your channels. I'm visiting Albania in the fall, hoping to become an expat there in a couple of years. I hope you do.
Awesome.
It'd be great to see
it here.
Yeah. So for us, it was a no-brainer. Everything's worked out really well.
Yeah.
Kelly Murray just saying hi to Christopher. I'll take Don.
Don, retired 2 years ago and just traveling. Europe is beautiful. Awesome.
So Don, you consider yourself a slow traveler? Like every 3 months you're moving, checking out different places? You want to take Allison?
Allison, I would love to know what you both use for at-home internet and or Wi-Fi, and then what do you use when you're traveling? So I have Vodafone right now for my internet and phone. I'm actually switching this week my internet provider to Fastnet. I think they might have a fiber optic network that might be better than Vodafone, but I plan on keeping my phone plan with them. It's been pretty good. And when I traveled with Vodafone, I was very easily able to go into roaming all around the Mediterranean without switching SIM cards, and it only cost me like an extra $25 for like the 10 days that I was traveling.
Okay,
It was really cheap,
really
and really easy.
And Wi-Fi, when we're traveling to different hotels, they have free Wi-Fi, and I just plug it with them. Now, sometimes the hotels have good Wi-Fi, sometimes they don't. Just the way it is. But if I really need a speedy Wi-Fi, what I've been able to do is I'll go into a cafe, a bar, even a hotel, and ask if I can use their Wi-Fi. I've never been turned down.
Yeah.
Never. They'll let you sit there all day. Okay. Kelly, is there any item any of you wish you could have brought to Albania? Yeah, for my wife, all her kitchen supply, we couldn't bring it. For myself, all your tools.
Yeah.
There just isn't that much you can put in 4 suitcases.
Yeah,
And 2
I had a
backpacks.
huge storage unit full of tools, and I just
Can't do
got
it.
rid of it all.
Yeah.
I miss my backpacking gear. I'm hoping Jesse can bring that. I have a whole backpack full of really good backpacking
Cool.
gear, so hopefully I'll get it over here.
Christopher.
Because that stuff's hard to find here.
I don't want to lose this.
Christopher, did either of you get allergies living in the U.S., and if so, do you get them there in Albania? I used to get them really bad in California and sometimes here in Wisconsin, but just curious how Albania is. I've had substantially less allergies here in Albania. What about you?
You know, nothing until I came to Providence. I love the city. Don't worry about it. But I take allergy medicine here. But so there's something here that I'm allergic to. But it's not bad. As long as I take my allergy medicine, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Let's see.
We got Piper John. I love the slower pace of life.
Yeah.
As a kid living in Western Europe, I used to jump on my bike and go get fresh warm bread from the bakers around the corner while mom cooked the eggs and bacon. Oh, I love
Perfect
that.
description of Europe.
Yeah.
Perfect. Kelly Murray from Jeff. For me, more good shoes.
Yes, Jeff is right. That is one thing that I've struggled with in Albania. And right now I'm getting all my shoes still from the US. I'm ordering some and having them sent to Jesse to bring back here.
Okay.
I have not found comfortable shoes.
I remember you told me that before.
Yeah, I'm struggling with shoes.
No, I was good to go. I bought a couple of pair of expensive for me, Adidas from the mall, Tiny Mall. So I've been good to go. I'll have to go back to Toronto to get some.
Yeah.
Piper, I love the slower pace of life.
We did that.
Did we?
We're down here. Freedom.
Hi, Patrick and Andrea. I've been researching Albania for several years now. I'm starting to put together residency documents.
Right.
Did you get a birth certificate? Apostilled. State Department recommends 2 copies. I did not.
And neither did I. I didn't even have to show my birth certificate for my application. I did the digital nomad unique permit, and it wasn't a requirement.
Right. Now, this comes up a lot, and there's a reason I don't talk about it. I end up getting in an argument with someone who's never even been here. Or someone who was just on vacation.
Freedom's not going to argue with you.
No, I know Freedom's not. I mean, I'm just trying to explain that's why I don't bring it up.
Yeah.
Because there's so much bad information.
And the thing is, there's so many different residency permits. They're going to have different document requirements.
Right.
Definitely better to talk to a lawyer.
Yeah, please see a visa immigration lawyer as soon as you get here, because there's so much stuff that's not
lots of them
online.
available.
So really, that's the best way.
They're pretty affordable.
Yes. Okay,
Regina, when I saw the short video Andrea posted of the lake waves, I thought it was from an earthquake. It wasn't, but have you had some earthquakes since being there? How big? So there are lots of little ones that are never felt. I felt one, Jesse's felt one, and you felt none of them. I remember texting you when there was one at night. April was in the U.S., but I texted her, did you feel that? And you were like, no, I was sleeping.
Could be because when we lived out in California, it was in Victorville, and it was right on the San Andreas Fault. So if it's not like a 5 or over, I'm sleeping right through that thing.
Yeah, and so the one that I felt was a 3 something, very light. I was just laying in bed very still, so I felt the shaking back and forth. And the one that Jesse felt was in Tirana. I didn't notice it because I was walking, but he was sitting at the table and saw the table moving. And we were able to confirm on that earthquake checker website that they were earthquakes.
Kelly, you agree with this?
Ohio allergy, yes, they're the worst.
Really?
Oh, yeah, especially between Dayton and Cincinnati, there's this dust bowl of allergies. Yeah,
Wow.
Ohio's awful.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, not good for lungs.
There's Jeff, Not Dead Yet Adventures. Shoes are a good reason for a round trip to Krakow. There you go. Yeah, I love Krakow too. I got to bring April back there. She was in the States when I went. Want to take Webster?
Webster, good to see you. Topical question. What and where is the best dessert in Pokerdetch? Ooh.
Oh, April, what was that called? We had it again today. That started with a Z. Zuka. Oh, it's hard to describe what it is. It's in that restaurant, the new one.
Oh.
Yeah, ask for Zuka.
Oh, is that the one that's like a pastry that's like dipped in heaven?
Yes. It's kind of moist.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
Pastry dipped in heaven.
Oh, and we didn't have.
What's the name of the restaurant?
I don't remember. But
you did a video on it.
We did a video on it.
So check back a couple videos.
Yeah, I'll see if I can post it somewhere. I'll post it. But the beautiful restaurant run by family, and I really like that a lot. But we didn't even ask for the dessert. They just brought it out.
Yeah, they did the same for Craig and I when we went there. We didn't ask for dessert, and they just brought us some, and it was amazing. All right, Craig, I needed an apostilled birth certificate, apostilled divorce papers, and apostilled state ID to buy my home.
Wow.
So can you tell us what residency permit you applied for? Because I don't remember.
Okay, Webster, want to take it?
Webster, IMO, it's good to get your docs apostilled when you're still in the U.S. Even if you don't think you'll need it immediately, if you ever change your mind about where you're going and what you're doing. Yeah, that's really smart. I ended up needing an apostilled document that I did not have apostilled, and I ended up getting it done online. They accepted it.
Very cool. I didn't know you could
But
do
I
that
think
online.
your advice is probably better, Webster.
Yeah, bring what you can. I brought everything I had, but gosh, there's just so much bad information online, and there's so many different visas that aren't listed online.
Yeah.
So it'd be all right. But the second day I was here, I saw a visa immigration lawyer. Matter of fact, the news was so good, I ended up seeing 3 lawyers because I was thinking it can't be this good. And I also saw a couple of accountants because I had tax questions and stuff like that. So I strongly suggest you do that. And they'll give you that free information, maybe not online or on the phone, but once you're sitting in that chair and you're looking at them eye to eye, they're going to give you that free information because they want your business.
Yeah.
Okay, but once you get here, okay, please do so. Okay, Regina?
Regina, in Alaska, I've been through so many earthquakes. It's got to be over 4.5 for me to give a crap. Yeah. I don't think we're going to have any problems here. In the time we've been here, there haven't been any that big.
Yes, Webster said it.
Taverna Aeneas. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Close enough, but that is the name. Very good, Webster. Thank you. You just pulled my butt out of the fire.
If you're in town, you need to visit that place.
Yeah,
it's
really
super affordable, all authentic food, beautiful view of the lake, and it's really good.
And run by family, which you really like.
Yeah.
Just saying the desserts in Albania are insane. So many fresh homemade options. Yes.
Yeah, usually made same day.
I got to back up on some of that. Let's see.
Christopher, does anyone know for importing household goods, it says they have to be used and at least 6 months old. So do they require a receipt to prove the age of the items? I highly doubt that. I think it's probably important to make sure that nothing has tags on it, so it doesn't look like you just bought it. Other than that, I can't imagine.
Right, just take everything out of boxes that everyone tells me, because they're afraid you're trying to bring something and sell it to avoid importation taxes and everything like that. Greg Zievis. It wasn't for the residency permit. I did need any of that for the permit, but I did need them for the home purchase.
He did say that. Okay. Webster, thanks for the suggestion, April. Jeff, not dead yet. Jeff, when it comes to immigration, I agree with Patrick. Visit a local lawyer. A good reason to make scouting trips. Yeah, absolutely. And they're super affordable and very helpful.
That's my wife. The restaurant Pat and Andrea were talking about. The dessert is
Taverna.
Yeah, that's the name of it. That's the name of it. Definitely. Really cool restaurant too.
Craig, my permit was for use of real estate. So all 3 of us have had different residency permits.
Which is trippy.
Yeah.
A lot of it depends on who you see. Like I couldn't open a bank account on my residency card. You were able to. But I guess it depends if they want.
They denied me the first time. They're like, no, you have to have your residency card.
I got shot down twice. I didn't try again until I had the card.
Yeah. Well, I went in with a team.
There you go.
Of people to help me.
And I guess a lot of it is, are they in the mood or?
Yeah. So Craig went with me, and he brought an Albanian friend, and we went and saw a banker that they knew, and so we were able to get one.
Welcome to Albania.
Yeah. It took a team.
Okay. Let's see. Piper John. Sounds like there is a little less bureaucracy, than other countries, but also somewhat inconsistent from one individual to another. Yes, indeed. Yeah. What did immigration lawyers charge for a free consultation? Well, you just said it right there, free.
But just to give you some of the quotes that I was given, someone quoted me $200 or 200 euros to help me from start to finish through the residency promise. I had someone else quote me 150 euros, and I had someone else quote me like 1,500. Right. But most, I would say, are probably around 200 euros for the whole process.
Gotcha. Let's see. From Webster, April got the name right. Yep, absolutely. Howdy, Webster is from my wife, Regina. So what's next on the crazy food, Patrick? Yes, the Cooking with Patrick show.
Yeah, what is next?
It doesn't. We don't get 1,000 views or anything, but it's fun. It's fun, and it works. So I got a couple ideas in my head. I don't want to say. I don't want to give her anything. She's getting close to guessing them, though. She's been doing good.
Yeah, I got close last time.
Right. I thought for sure the baby food was going to fail big time because that burnt. It was such a problem. But let's see. So glad Andrea is a good sport. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I'm making barbecue boneless beef ribs and potato salad today.
All right, we're coming over.
Yeah, so maybe
we're on our way.
Send it over a drone with that. That sounds really good. Webster?
Webster, did you use any criteria about which Albanian bank you chose, or was it whoever will approve it? I went to OTP, and so that's where I went. But I've heard that BKT will also open them for expats before you have your residency permit. That's what I've heard, but it probably depends who you talk to.
I've heard Union Bank. I ended up going with Credence. What I tried to do, I visited a lot of cities with April, and if I see banks are always in those cities, you know what I'm saying? I know Credence was a lot, Union Bank's a lot, and so forth. So that's how I picked it.
Yeah.
And I was mad at Union because they just blew me up. So I ended up going to Credence, and they swapped me through it. What's trippy though is like 20 pieces of paper just open up an account.
There's so many pieces.
And then
of paper.
I had to ask for an ATM card. I thought it just came with it, and they go, no, and there was another 20
There's a
pieces
lot of signatures.
Yeah, and what's weird is they wouldn't give my wife one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told me no joint account, and April would have to open up her own account, which I thought was odd. I didn't know that. See, Piper 200 is very reasonable. Okay. There's Jeff.
Okay, Jeff. Regarding banking, another task, having good local friends matters so much in Albania.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely.
Freedom, thanks for the info, Craig, and all the Albanian property purchases on my list of residency permit.
Nice.
Jeff,
I love the cooking shows, just so long as I'm not tasting them.
Well, thanks, Jeff. Don't worry, I got a couple in mind. Maybe once a month we can.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Okay.
You're a good sport. It's fun. I got to throw this up a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, Albanian American. Hey, good to see you. Good afternoon, Patrick, or should I say good evening for you? I asked that make a review of all the castles in the Balkans, including the one from Game of Thrones in Dubrovnik.
Man, I'd love to do that, but to do all the castles, I can tell. My favorite castle was in Skodra. It's huge.
Yeah, there's so many castles just in Albania.
Yes. Oh.
There's tons of them.
Right. Skodra was good. What's interesting, even Tirana, but they gutted it and they put a lot of cool shops in there and bars. And anytime I was meeting them for the first time coming to Tirana, I would always take them to the castle and get a couple of
Yeah, that is a cool place to hang out.
Well,
a little pricey.
Yeah, a little pricey, but you're paying for the atmosphere. And if someone's just coming out, take them to a castle, have a couple of drinks. It's cool. Yeah. You're paying for the atmosphere, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Kelly Murray, did anyone visit Saranda? The off-season vibe seems pretty chill.
That's what I've heard.
So I heard, and I explained this before. I have a personality flaw. Everyone told me I have to go to Saranda or I have to go to Valur. No, I don't. If you tell me I got to go left, I'm going to go right.
I actually really want to go and do plan on going sometime in the next few months. It'll probably be the off season by the time I get there.
That's what I'll do too.
I'll definitely post videos about it.
Right. I'll go there, but not during the summer. From what I heard, it's a madhouse in the summer. Really hot right now too, from what I heard. I heard Valor's smoking too. So Piper John, Albanian American, and Albanian American, you will be shocked at the castle Geocaster.
I've heard. I can't wait to get to Geocaster.
I've heard.
Dying to get there.
So let's see. What do we got?
All right, what do you got?
Okay, we talked about the 4th of July. We talked about the condo prices. The condo prices being in 1981, dollar versus lek. To get back to, if someone struggles, I understand it, but you got to give it a chance. I've met people, 99% of the time it's gone really well for people. But I've had people go, oh, this is terrible. It's horrible. I'm striking out, and they've been here 2 days. Yeah. People aren't going to just run up to you and start hugging on you or anything. You got to give it a chance.
Our first few days here, our first few weeks, we're super uncomfortable, but I knew they would be because I'm in a foreign country.
Right, exactly. Just be prepared for that.
Be open to that.
Right, or wherever you want to go. It doesn't have to be just here, but we've loved it here. But things have gone really well for us, and also we had friends that because we kind of knew each other from online before we even came over here because we were bouncing ideas off that. So it was awesome. So it makes it easier. Yeah. And I've noticed that most of the people that struggle, very few, but they always had one thing in common: they were single. Yeah. Like you had Jesse to go home to, and no matter what, I've got April to go home to. So I'm never really going home to an empty house, and that played a big part. Now, am I saying every single person struggles? No. Of course.
Chef does fine.
Chef does just fine. Tony from Jet Setter is doing really well.
Tony does fine. Yeah.
And I think Tony went back to Dura Sunday.
Yeah.
But you can see him eyeballing the city.
Yeah.
I think he's fallen in love with this place. Every couple that we've taken here so far has really fallen in love with Poker Desk. Just absolutely gorgeous. Let's see. Piper John?
Pepper John, yes, definitely want to go to Geocaster. Yeah, I do too.
It's smoking hot from what I hear. Barat is smoking hot. I love Barat too. But Fear too. Fear, we were there last summer. I like the city. It's smoking hot.
Yeah, everything is right now.
Toronto today was like what, 97?
97, yeah.
Ooh. I think we reached 87?
87 or 88 here.
So we're typically like 10 degrees cooler. Plus we get a little bit of a better breeze coming off that lake.
And we have temperatures in the 70s coming this week. Yeah. Upper 70s, like 77, but that's lovely.
Yes. Because in Toronto last summer, April wouldn't go out until
it was 95 to 100 degrees every single day for 2 months straight.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Not dead yet, Jeff. I just left Surrenda and have spent a lot of time there over the last few years. Yeah, you have some great videos there. I'm dying to get there.
Jeff, tell me about, was it hot? I know you just got, I remember you were saying you were going to walk Scanderbeg Square one more time in Toronto. And you said, man, it was getting hot. I think that was last week.
Those tiles reflecting the sun back in your face.
Yes. Oh, man. Let's see here. From Webster. Yeah, the culture shock has been a little hard despite me being prepared for it. Here alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's hard. But like I said, what's made it easier for me is I come home to April. You know what I mean? So, but hang in there. You'll make friends.
Yeah, and there are, Regina's talking about it, there are some meetup groups, especially in Tirana and Durrës, there are Facebook groups that are huge, and they're all expats.
Right.
You can meet up with them.
Yeah, they'll have meetup places where you can go, so you can talk to fellow Americans, really any other expats, Canadians or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but for April, I really like being with the locals. You know, it's really cool. Like Larry's a trip. Love that guy. Yeah. Very cool. So you start meeting people and stuff. Like the guy we met at the Stills didn't speak a word of English. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Because Larry would say, hey, can these guys stop by? And he goes, yeah, every day.
Every day.
Every day, come on out, which is really cool. Really cool. Piper John, 97, check mark. Sounds like the right outside my door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Piper's in Florida.
Okay. Actually, less humidity here than in Florida.
Yes, that's true. Okay. Mike, Polkadot looks amazing. What are the pros and cons of Polkadot versus Korcha? From videos, Korcha looks more walkable. I seen Polkadot's more walkable. It's smaller. You know?
I would say both cities are pretty walkable. Korcha is bigger. You'll have certainly more options for shopping in Korcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Polkadot's got the lake.
Yeah.
You know, it's natural beauty. Would I be happy in Korcha? Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And the people were very nice. People were very cool. Very clean, bigger city. So I'm bringing April back. They got the Korcha Beer Fest coming up too.
Yeah.
In August. Matt was inviting us. I gotta catch up with Matt. I gotta give him a call, see what scoop is. Okay. Not dead yet, Jeff. Toronto's very hot this time of year.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Head north uphill in July and August. Yeah. Plus I heard it's a madhouse in July and August too. Jeff.
Yeah. Surrenda, I would look at the second half of September, October. Awesome. I think that's about when I'm actually going to end up there. But I've said that before, and plans always change.
Yeah. But you know what, though? That's part of it. Yeah, just shoot about a year, man. So it'll be all right. Piper John, Mike, I'm thinking I like Korcha a lot. I'll join you there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Like I said, Matt and his family are living in Korcha, and they love it. They absolutely love it. But just because what I might like as a city or Andrea might like as a city, you might like a different city. What's really cool is the vibes are so different from all cities. So you have a lot to explore. We've talked about it before. So what we did, start in Toronto, then we take off for a couple of days, visit the city, come back, a couple of days, visit the city, come back, a couple of days, visit the city, come back. I strongly suggest you start in Toronto. Our embassy's there. A lot of real estate agents are there, more so than like here in Polkadot, but like our real estate agent, covers the entire country. But you have just a lot more things going on where you don't have to search for it.
Yeah, and it's easier to find things there. There are more businesses that have websites, and they're a little bit more like marketing savvy. So it's easier to just find things that we might have here, but I haven't been able to find yet because I'm used to like Googling to find things.
Yeah, you got to learn the city here. That's the trippy thing. Yeah, it's just learn. Everything's here. You just got to find it.
Yeah.
The downside of Polkadot is for the wife. There's no mall there.
Yeah.
So April would love to go to mall, but you can go to North Macedonia. There's a few malls, which isn't that far at all. So you just got to bounce around and know how to do it. From
Kelly at Not Dead Yet. Jeff, looking at the off season and then getting out of there for the summer. Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Might see you there.
Jeff and Kelly Murray, off season is very, very quiet. Many places closed for months. Yeah, a lot of places closed here in Polka Dust, but I was like, good.
Yeah, but not so much that you didn't have options.
Right,
like,
you're not going to struggle.
Restaurants, there's still stores.
Stuff in the middle, like the small little pop-up shops and stuff, be closed. But, but no, I love it. Where we go here? Very, very quiet. Okay, Kelly Murray, how did you get from city to city? You can take buses, like from what was it, Toronto, Scotia, I think was $7 a piece.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because it's like 6 from Pokerdutch to Tirana.
Right. Now, we also take taxis a lot. We got our own taxi guy that we call. The good news with the taxi guy, he'll take you right to the front door wherever you want to go and pick you up at your place. Sometimes the bus stations aren't near where you want to be. And weren't you on a bus that didn't have air conditioning? Yeah,
Jeff is talking about it right now, the sauna bus system. Yeah. Now, I've recently decided I'm not taking any more trips to Tirana by bus during the summer. It is dangerously hot, in my opinion. It's just way too hot. Yeah. Now the shorter bus rides, like from here to the village or whatnot, that's not a big deal.
Yeah. So her and Craig were stuck on a bus with no air conditioning
for like 3 hours.
So I was texting them pictures of me wearing a jacket because it's like, oh, the air conditioner's so cold in my place. She called me names.
I did call you names that day.
Albanian American.
Okay. Albanian American. Make sure if you go to Geocaster, it's before June or after August. Too hot to climb 2 miles. Non-stop uphill and 20-degree incline road. Also, to road up is all cobblestone and very slippery if wet. Good to know.
Barat was exactly the same way. Beautiful, but you got to be half Billy Goat. And it gets hot. It gets real hot. Pepper John sounds horrible. I'll start in Polka Dust and Korcha. No big cities for me. Been there, done that. Somebody else's turn. Yep.
I get it.
Yeah, for summer, it's perfect here. Even when it was in the upper 80s, April and I were out for coffee this morning, and when we were sitting in the shade, it was fine.
Yeah.
You know, they were dying in Toronto.
Yeah, it was like in the upper 80s yesterday when we were hiking. All we did was find a spot under a tree, and it felt really cool. We had a light breeze, and it was really pleasant.
Very good. Want to take else?
Let's see, Scuttle Buddy. I joined a women's expat group for those living in Toronto. I'm in California, but they have a virtual meetup so we can connect with people before we make the move. Oh, that's awesome. What a great idea.
You know, if you can, I don't know, I don't want to step on your privacy. Can you post what Facebook group this is or a group so other people can reach out to them in here? That'd be great if you can do that. Okay. And not that yet. Albania, America, USA, totally agree. That hill was tough. Yeah. Yeah, Bra was the same way. Still got to make it to Geocaster. Still got to do it. Yeah, but maybe September.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
And I still got to go to Budapest, Hungary. I don't know why I want to go there so bad. Something just like telling I got to get there. I want to see Bulgaria.
Yeah.
A lot of places I want to see. I want to take April back to Poland. I never saw Auschwitz, even as sad as it is.
Yeah.
But
I hear you.
I don't know if April would want to see that. Probably not. But we're going to go back to Poland a few times.
Yeah. I can't wait to visit. But my plans are to see a lot more of Albania before I start going back out of the country.
There's so many cities to see.
Yeah. Let's see, Webster. So none of those buses have AC. Apparently, some of them do. I haven't found one, Webster.
I did.
Good for you.
Yeah, but in the summer, I'll pay the extra money. I'll take the cab.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Absolutely, cab. Regina, oh my God, I'm gonna like the sweat. We'll need one of those fans that you put around your neck and probably a nose plug.
Yes. Yes.
So it'll smell like more else.
Smell some natural fragrances. That's
yes,
for sure.
You talked about that. Didn't you text me that?
Yeah. Hyper John, I don't mind hot as long as it's not too humid. Yeah, when you're on the bus, it's a sauna.
Yeah.
Dan, hey Dan, they're here.
Dan,
they made it back.
Fantastic. Oh,
congrats! Did you find your stuff?
And are you in Toronto? Okay, let us know. So
they're in.
They go to Durst?
No. Shoot.
Oh, we bought that house.
Yes.
I can't remember the name of the city.
And it's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, okay.
You always have to spell out how to.
But Dan, I'm happy for you, buddy.
Yeah, so glad you're back.
So cool.
Welcome home.
Yeah, now you can settle in and start the rest of your life, man. Yeah. Be good. Now, Scrabble, buddy, I think I'll be okay, but I'll ask their permission first. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I think I lost that part in the conversation, so forgive me.
Yep. Regina saying hi to Dan. Jeff just booked the ticket to Budapest. Yeah, no kidding. Just do it already. You've been talking about it in every video.
I know. But because Budapest is really hot right now too.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to wait till September.
Oh, you book their ticket now. It'll be nice and cheap.
That's true too. I should look. Yeah, I should look. But I want to go there September, maybe October. There's another channel that I follow, and they're in Budapest right now. And just really hot.
Yeah.
Really hot.
Yeah.
Let's see. Eugene saying hi to Dan. I'll take John.
John, in my experience, the key to a successful relocation is plan, and sincere, grounded patience and respect.
Yep.
To the local folks and yourself. Yeah, I agree. Besides mistakes, wrong turns make for a great memory. Yeah, absolutely. It keeps it interesting, right?
Perfectly said.
Good stories. As long as you survive.
Cameron Ortiz. Hi, I'm torn between Italy and Albania.
Aww.
Looks like there would be more bureaucracy in renting for a year in Italy. Yes. Versus Albania. If I choose Albania, how do I go about looking for an apartment? There's realtors everywhere. Century 21, believe it or not, is really big here. But I'll put my guys, if we can, in the comments.
Yeah,
Our
absolutely.
guys,
Absolutely. We'll put them in after the live stream. Illyrian Homes, I think is what
Yes.
they're called, but they're hard to find online, but they do have a website. There are a lot of websites like for Century 21 and all that post rentals online. They are a little bit pricey. The best way to get a good deal is to come here and start asking around.
Right. The ones online are going to be a little bit raised up in prices.
Yeah.
Also, if you're looking for a long-term, like a 1-year lease, don't do it in summer. Put yourself in a better negotiating position, like September through April.
Yeah, I arrived July 2nd.
Right, it's hard.
Paid a lot more than I needed to.
Not dead, Jeff. Many buses have AC. It. Just take the earliest one you can. Very true.
Dan, I'm going to pronounce this correctly this time. Shenzhen. We visited Skodra for lunch. Oh, awesome.
Did you go on the pedestrian walkway? That thing's awesome. That thing's really cool. I love Skodra. It was really between here, Bucharest, and Skodra for us to buy in. So we love Skodra. Beautiful. Are you going to make it to TED? I didn't make it to TED. I know you want to.
Dying to go there.
It's a hiker's paradise.
Dying.
It looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, not dead yet, Jeff. Budapest in November is amazing. Cold but fabulous. I figure September, October.
It's been everywhere.
Yeah.
There's not a place that we bring up that Jeff hasn't been.
Cool guy, cool channel.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure meeting you. So it was really good.
Dan got our air conditioner installed. Yay, good for you. Now everything is perfect. I agree.
Yes.
I agree. Congratulations. I just had one installed this past week and now everything is perfect.
Cranks.
It's cranking.
She was so proud of it.
I was so happy. Like, look, my air conditioner. John, Andrea, that airline ticket info with Delta was spot on. I'm so glad. I had never seen that one before. It's a good deal.
Yeah, from what you told me, yeah.
It's a good deal. It's a good flight. Glad it worked out for you.
Webster, by the way, if I can't find a year rental in Bucharest soon, I'm going to need another short-term Airbnb somewhere. Open to suggestions from folks in the chat on other cities to look in the high season. If you want to save money, I have one subscriber in Elbasan. I like the location of the city. It's not really a tourist city, but $200 a month is what he's paying. Okay, $200 a month.
It's a good location, the proximity.
Right, to travel to other cities. So for a fully furnished apartment, let me see. Golem is a smaller city. It's just south of Durrës that April and I went to that we really liked. Please check out Fear. We really liked, but I'm told Fear gets super hot in summer. We were there September of last year. It was still really warm.
What about Korea?
Korea, it's just so small.
It's small, but it's super affordable.
And you're right in the mountains too.
Yeah,
it is pretty.
Amazing views, very pretty. But you're not going to have as much access to anything.
Right. It's really small, very pretty, very small, very small. Carl, I'll tell you.
Carl, when the euro strengthens or weakens against the dollar, does the impact how far your budget go? Yes, absolutely. I'm planning a move there at some point, so I just want to be prepared. Yes, it does impact my budget, but fortunately for me, the cost of living here is so affordable compared to the U.S. that even though all my bills have just technically gone up because I get paid in USD, but I'm paying bills in euros and lek, it's still so much more affordable than the U.S. But just for example, my apartment is 400 euros. That used to be 419 USD. That is now currently like 480 USD. Something like that.
But we always say, like, what can you rent in the U.S. for 480?
Yeah.
Yeah. The good thing here, what I like Ronnie was getting a place $2,000 a month. I was paying $390. I forget what you were paying. But yeah, then Lisa was working at a hostel, and she got free room and board. but we were all just as equally safe.
Yeah, we're all within a short distance of each other.
So unlike America, a lot of times in America, I'm not trying to put down America, but if you're in a really low place for cost, you're going to be in a bad neighborhood. And it's just not like that here. It's one of the blessings here.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan, we are driving aimlessly. All right, Dan. I actually ate in Shiroka. I've never been there.
Interesting.
We're cool. Drive around aimlessly.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Driving around aimlessly.
Jeff, so Dan is the new tour guide from Scotia next year. Yeah. Dan will take you around. We gotta hit Dan.
Oh, okay, great. Can't wait.
Figure it out. You want to take Cameron?
Carmen, coming from Florida, how cold does it get in the winter months in Albania?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got a little bit of snow here in Pokerdetch, like a couple days worth of snow total. Tirana, you won't get any snow, but it'll get down to 40s in Tirana.
So you're gonna need a jacket. Let's put it that jacket. Yeah. I had a beanie that I would wear and stuff.
Colder
like that.
than Florida, but not that much colder.
Right, it's not that bad. Even in Pokerdetch, when we got snow, it was beautiful. I was thrilled at snow. We couldn't wait to get out.
Yeah, it only lasted a day each time.
Right, exactly. And I think it was 3 times.
I think so.
3 times, yeah. But like I said, it just made everything pretty. And the good news is if you're retiring out here and you snow, just don't go out and wait a day. You'll be all right. Okay.
I think we're right there, Piper. At Carmen, Levy County, Florida here. Howdy, neighbor.
Right.
Awesome.
Webster, thank you for the suggestions. I keep looking around, but the prices really have spiked a lot this year, it seems, especially right now, because you're right in the peak where they make their money. A lot of times here, they're only rent out during the summers and shut down the rentals for the rest of the year. So there's no wear and tear on the rentals. So they'll just rent this time of year.
Yeah.
So that happens. But put yourself in the driver's seat. Try to look for long-term rentals September or October if you can. Tony Mediterranean, good. Hello to both of you from Jacksonville, Florida. Very informative discussion.
Awesome. Hey, Tony. Glad you're here.
Yeah, he was one of the Tonys that was with me very early on, so it's always very good to see you. And the other Tony is in Houston.
Yeah.
Man, I've been scared with the news I've been hearing out of Texas. They had a wicked flash flood, over 50 dead. Yeah. So,
whoa.
Yeah. And I think the death tolls are rising. Yeah, so prayers to Texas.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, horrible. Carmen. A lot of Wikipedia pages for Albanian cities have a climate subsection, unless you know the average temperature of the extremes. Very good, website. Very good.
Good info.
You want to take Albania?
Albania American. Believe it or not, I am about to leave to drop my daughter off at JFK Airport. She's going to Albania, Corfu, and North Macedonia for 2 weeks. Oh, well, that'll be fun. She will be in Struga and Ohrid the following week. Enjoy.
Oh, very good.
Awesome. Well, I hope she has a lovely vacation.
Man, I didn't make it to Corfu. We were just about to, and April's dad got really sick and I had to send her back to America. Every time we planned something for Greece, something freaking happens. Never mind. But I love North Macedonia. I loved Struga and Ohrid. Ohrid, we barely scratched the surface. Big city, very clean, really nice. We really enjoyed it. I had a friend of mine tell me, you don't want to go to Ohrid, nothing going on there. But in other words, it's not really a party town. You know what I'm saying? But just relaxing. I thought it was beautiful. No problem at all. Piper John saying hi to Tony Mediterranean. There's my wife saying hi to Tony. You want to take John?
John, I'm finalizing my move. I've reviewed all of your videos since before you guys before we moved. I hope you guys realize how much trusted info Patrick, Andrea, Craig, and James. Thank you. Saved me time and money. Thank you so much for saying that, John. So glad that our videos have been helpful for you.
It means a lot, John. I appreciate you, dude. So everything will be good. Tony Mediterranean saying hi to everybody. So, man, it's been a pretty good week. I mean, you've been really busy.
Yeah, busy. Yeah.
4th of July was cool.
Yeah, I have so many good videos coming out. Just give me.
We're waiting.
I know. We got the one posted today on my new channel with Craig, Andrea and Craig's Odyssey. So it's a really good hiking video. I have my first Italy video going up on my channel this week with Bailey and I. That's going to be awesome. And then several more in the hopper. There's a lot coming up. So
how's Bailey doing?
Really good. She just texted me yesterday saying that she'd rather be here. I said, well, come on.
I bet. Very nice person.
Doors open. Get over here.
Yeah. It was really nice to meet her. So you're very lucky to have her.
I know. I agree. And you guys were so kind to her and welcoming. And she just loved it here.
You know what made me feel bad, though? I was like, we're going to put her in the middle, put her in the
She had fun, and she had family show up. It was
right. That was neat. That was cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Albania American. Love you guys. See you next time, Patrick.
Bye, Albania America. Good to see you.
All right, good to see you. Thank you very much for stopping in. Very much appreciate you. Mike, how you pronounce your last name?
Sassaman.
Okay, 100% agreed. Craig Zievis. Thank you, John. We love doing it. Absolutely. Not dead yet, Jeff. Drone footage was great. Yep.
Yay.
Yep. Fantastic. It's got to be talking about Craig's drone footage.
Yeah, well, we had
Really
some
good.
in the video we just put.
Oh, did you?
Posted,
Okay,
so
I haven't
maybe
seen
you're
it.
talking about that. Either way, thank you.
Dan, a new channel.
A
Yes.
new channel. Oh, you weren't here when we announced it originally, Dan. Yeah, so Craig Zievis and I now have our own channel where anything that he and I do together, any of our adventures, we're going to post on that channel. We just posted our first video today, and we have like 2 or 3 more in the hoppers. So
cool.
It's Andrea and Craig's Odyssey. And the link for that is in the description of this.
Cool, I got to get it.
Yeah.
Regina Corfu, it's one of my side trips. Okay, when my first friend and I come visit. Yes. I agree with John. The videos make the culture shock less shocking. Thank you, Regina. Very much appreciate that. I don't mean to keep pushing you to Japan, but that sounds so good for you, girl. Plus, it takes you right up into your retirement, man. It's falling right in your lap.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I get it. Jeremy and Joanne, we met them a few weeks ago. This whole family. Hey guys, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Did you go back to, was it Tunis? I'm trying to remember where you were living. You were just here for the day, but it was really a pleasure to meet you and your family.
Yeah, sorry I didn't get to meet you.
Yeah. Toronto, April, she allowed Toronto. Jeremy and Joanne's back in Toronto. Be sharp.
I'm in Seattle. I moved here from the other Washington. Compared to the humidity and mosquitoes of DC, Seattle is paradise. How is humidity, etc. there? It's a little bit humid, but not too bad.
For us coming from Texas, it's nothing.
Yeah.
I guess it's
certainly nothing compared to Florida.
Yeah.
And the mosquitoes they can be bad. I don't know. There's nothing like Florida or Ohio as far as mosquitoes go.
Craig Zievis saying hi to Tony in my childhood city of Jacksonville, Florida. Dan giving the thumbs up. Yeah, Jeremy and Jen saying Toronto. Piper John, Craig Zievis, nice. I'm a JU graduate. Okay.
Nice. Carl, I agree. Patrick and Andrea have been very helpful. Aw, you're doing a great service. I haven't seen Craig or James' videos. I will check them out as well. They're excellent.
Yeah. Really good footage.
Thank you for the kind words.
Yeah, and James's stuff. When you see it, don't get me wrong; they're all very good. But I just love the way he can story tell.
He's good at storytelling.
Unbelievable channel. Okay. And Craig, I'm really impressed with his drone work. All his work is really good.
Drone work, and he does a lot of videos on historic sites.
Right.
Around the area, the greater area.
Jeremy and Jen, it's toasty down here. I heard if you're in Toronto right now, it's toasty, about 95. But humidity much less than Louisiana. Absolutely. Yeah. Louisiana, Texas, the humidity's through the roof. So unbelievable. There's Mr. Sharp. Thanks. Love your channels. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Craig, Pepper John, go Dolphins.
Boo.
I'm from Florida and I wouldn't even say that.
You stepped right in that one, Craig. Let's see where we at here.
Not too hot and poker ditch.
Yeah. In comparison to everyone else, no, not at all. Like I said, we were in the shade drinking coffee when it was in the 80s, and and plus we had a nice breeze. It was very comfortable.
It is nice.
Because right now this time of year, April wouldn't leave. She was staying inside.
I know, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Not dead yet, Jeff. I've been on the road for 3 years and still have learned a lot here. That's awesome.
That's one thing good. It always is a learning experience.
And I appreciate you always sharing your knowledge in the comments, Jeff.
Exactly, Jeff. Cool guy.
Appreciate you being here.
Really cool guy. There's Craig again, JU Dolphins.
Oh, it's a Jacksonville University. I wasn't familiar with them. Not Miami. Okay, sorry guys. I'll stay out of this.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't realize that either. I thought they were talking about the Miami Dolphins.
I did too.
I was like, nah. I was gonna say my team. Everyone's gonna think it's Dallas Cowboys. It's not.
Who is it?
The Buffalo Bills, who can't win a Super Bowl if their life depends on it.
Did I ever tell you who my team was? Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers? Yeah. Okay, you never told me that. Okay, well, very good. At least they got a wonderful history.
Yeah, they have a good history.
Why'd you say it like that?
It's history.
It's history, that's right. Let's see, we're good. Go to shop. We've been going about an hour. You want to shut it down?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, do me a favor. Tell me about your new channel, Craig, again, one more time.
Okay, so Craig Zievis and I now have a separate channel where we're going to be posting all of our adventures. It's going to be hiking, traveling, pretty much any adventure that we go on together. We're going to post our videos on that channel, and it's called Andrea and Craig's Odyssey. And we posted our first video today. It's a hiking video. And we have a lot of other good videos coming out. Yeah, so that's about it.
Okay, we'll have in the description. A couple of quick other
It's in the
questions.
description.
Tony, Tony Mataran, because I know he's from Albania. The dictator of Albania used to always go to Pogda for vacation. I heard that.
True.
And drilling. Then Eugene, oh my God, Patrick, Ravens fan here. Good team, though. I'll give you that. Good team.
Jeff has a very important question for you, Patrick.
Barbecue update. Now, the reason I haven't got to barbecue yet, we were looking at Megatech, and I asked Larry, and I just simply asked him, I texted him, do they sell barbecues here? And I sent him a picture of barbecue, and he just said, yes. And that's it.
Did you ever follow up?
No, I got it. I'll figure it out. We're going to get that barbecue. We're going to stick it at Andrea's. We're going to do a cooking.
Yeah. And then you're all invited.
Yeah. Oh, her balcony is staggeringly beautiful.
That is big enough for all y'all.
But guys, we're going to let you go. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, same
answer for 2 weeks. Thank you.
Jeff, you're beating me up, brother. Webster, I got to ask the right questions.
To get the right answer.
Absolutely. I'm trying.
It'll be winter before you get one.
Yeah.
I know.
I'll be out there in a
Get
park.
on them.
It'll be winter before you get it. Thank you all. All right, thank you guys for being here. Love you guys. Check out the new channel. Thank you guys for participating. When you come out here, you guys got my email, right? roadway12345@yahoo.com. And if I'm in town, I'd love to meet you guys. Been meeting some beautiful people. Okay, so you guys, Gunther, you guys fully recovered from the Rocky?
It took a few days.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just about there.
Well, have a good week. Thank you both so much. From Jeff, go Eagle. There's an Eagle fan. It's okay. Just subscribe to James, and Craig Zievis. Very good.
Nice.
Beautiful channels. You're gonna really like them.
Say your email again.
Patrick, the email again, Patrick. Okay, roadway, one word, ROADWAY 12345@yahoo.com. Okay, and that is the email I made just for this channel. It's going to show a fake name, John Stackmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, that's what I did when I originally set up this YouTube. That was going to be my email just for that channel. But the problem was I was so afraid of identity theft. You know what I mean? So I just left it there. But roadway 12345@yahoo.com. So give me a holler. If it takes me a day or two to get back to you, please understand. Allison, thanks again for all the info.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here, Allison.
Jeremy and Jen, take care, you guys. See you.
Take care.
When we make it back in your neck of the woods.
Sounds good.
Love you guys. Okay, take care of each other. Enjoyed your 3-day weekend. Okay, I think it's back to work for some of y'all. Be safe out there. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.